In 2007, America's grand game came to life on Fox.
No-hitter, Verlander! 756! Ichiro hits it off the wall. Here comes Ichiro, inside the park home run. And the American League has won 10 straight. Definitely feels like October baseball. That is a bomb, and the Indians lead 3 games to 1. That's 8 strikeouts from Beckett. A grand slam through, and the Red Sox win the pennant. This place is alive and kicking. The Red Sox are up 3 games to 0. Game over, and the Red Sox are world champs again.
The drama continues this season on Fox.
Texas A&M has a new pitcher in the ball game, and it's Kyle Thibault. He went last night against the Cougars and threw 3 scoreless innings. He'll get some work here in the championship round as the Aggies lead it 8-2. We go to the 5th.
Scott Meagle done after 4 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, walked 1, struck out 3, threw 68 pitches. It went through the lineup twice, but now Rob Childress choosing to go with Kyle Thibault, give him a little different look. Thibault, the winner in the regional championship game last year against Louisiana Lafayette.
Well, could he possibly get the win tonight considering Meagle did not work 5 innings?
That is correct. If Meagle cannot get the decision, so we'll have to see what happens from here on out.
Kelso is the first man that he'll look in at. 0 for 2. Kelso thus far grounded out back to the pitcher. That was against Meagle. Hit it hard, but Meagle blocked it and was able to throw him out. And second time Kelso came to the plate, he skied out to center. Got this one after a diving play, and not in time. Diving play by Carter. Threw it in the dirt, and a nice scoop by Luke Anders. But Kelso is aboard with an infield single.
Reaching out, just putting the ball in play. Good job by Carter getting it, throwing over to Anders, but good speed there by Kelso, leadoff batter, on with the infield single.
Jake Stewart is a ground out and a walk tonight. Game-winning hit last night. Cougars trying to get something going. They've got the lead man aboard. But they trail 8-2.
One thing's for certain, Houston will not go quietly into the night. They're going to get their hacks in, and they're going to compete. There's no doubt about it with these 2 ball clubs that that type of competitive attitude is what gets you to the regional championship.
Bringing a miss down in the count of Stewart, 0-2. Something that's interesting is the Cougars have out-hit the Aggies, 7-6. However, A&M's much more timely, and 3 of them have gone over the wall.
Those key hits, how big is the 3-run double by Darby Brown with 2 outs?
And you can talk about 3 home runs by A&M, but that's probably the biggest hit.
Exactly. It's now we're in the sun.
Crowd wanted that last offering. Plate umpire Mark Ditchworth said no. A 1-2 count.
I got it.
Fisted foul right above us. Houston 2 runs, 7 hits, and they've committed 2 errors. Texas A&M 8 runs on 6 hits. The Aggies are errorless.
Yeah, with these 2 programs, this pitch here down in low in the dirt. But the coaching legacies at both institutions, Roland Walton and Bragg Stockton, Rainer Noble, Texas A&M, Tom Chandler, Mark Johnson, and now Rob Childress. Excellent baseball traditions, both institutions.
Well, Rob Childress has taken over. He's in his 3rd year at Texas A&M. Swinging foul ball by Stewart. Childress just 25 wins in his 1st year in College Station, but he upped it to 48 last year. The Aggies come into tonight with a 45-17 record. Rainer Noble and his Cougars enter this championship game with a 42-23 mark.
Rainer, you may notice, we'll see here after this pitch.
2-2 is high. Thiebaud was ahead in the count, but now he's worked it to full.
Rainer in the third base coaching box. Where's number 85 as a reminder of the year that he became a Christian, and that doesn't keep him having that competitive spirit.
Runner is going, and it may have kept him out of a double play. Only shot is at first base. Jake Stewart, a bounce out. Moving to second is Kelso.
Like that aggressiveness right there. Got a full count, no outs. Start the runner. Stewart, not much of a strikeout. He's going to put the ball in play, and you stayed out of that double play by starting the runner right there. Now I have 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Still at this stage of the game, if you can just chip away, you don't have to get it all back in 1 inning. You're just trying to get something across the plate.
That's into center field. Kyle Colligan trots over toward the gap. 2 down. Still a runner at second base.
Mr. Cesario, that is 2 for 2. A home run and a base hit up the middle of the center field. Stepping in, and the left-handed batter gets a good look at this right-hander, Kyle Thiebaud.
Cesario. Good look at Kyle Colligan. But Cesario, the hitter, 12 for 20 in the regional. That is 600. You can add to that 6 for 10 against A&M pitching this year. That is also 600. A home run and a single tonight.
Should I remind you there's a base open here?
I'm sure Kyle Thiebaud knows that as well.
Just being careful, I'm sure.
And he has come outside to him with a 2-0 count. Every team that came down here this weekend employed a 25-man roster out of the 100. You'd be hard-pressed to find one who's done a better job than Jimmy Cesario for the Houston Cougars. And he was hacking at this pitch, and he skied it over the infield. Somebody's got to call for it. Duran does. Had to wait about a day for that thing to get down, but he'll make the catch. Cougars get a runner in scoring position. They cannot get him home. It's 8-2 Aggies, and we're going to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching 12th Man Productions broadcast of the 2008 College Station Baseball Regional on Fox Sports Net.
The Memorial Day sale at Ashley Furniture Home Store has been extended. Get more for your money. Now through Monday, get $100 in free furniture when you spend $600. Get $300 in free furniture when you spend $1,200. Or get $500 in free furniture when you spend $3,000. Plus, pay no interest till 2011. Everyone can use extra savings on furniture. Better hurry, though. This sale has been extended through Monday only. Ashley Furniture Home Store. You're gonna love this place.
Maybe you got a little crazy while sawing Varsity's horns off, or your gig'em got out of hand. Either way, if your whoop turns into whoops, our skilled doctors and nurses, many of whom are Aggie grads, are all here to serve you. As the oldest hospital in the Brazos Valley, we've been caring for Aggies for over 75 years, so we know about traditions. The next time you need us, we'll be here, and you'll see what all the hullabaloo is about. The College Station Medical Center.
Gig'em.
Healthcare. It's what we do.
Hey, you're gonna love this new computer. The processor's like 3 gigawatts.
Gigahertz.
And it's got a magical drive.
Optical drive.
2 gigs a sheet.
RAM?
All I know is this baby is screaming fast.
Maybe it needs more sheep.
Your computer's only as fast as the network it's connected to. Step up to Verizon high-speed internet for speeds up to 50 times faster than dial-up, plus the reliability of the Verizon network. Verizon, it's the network.
This fall, the Mike Sherman era kicks off at Texas A&M. Kyle Field, the home of Aggie football. Starts off on August 30th against Arkansas State. And a lot of folks here in Aggie land can't wait, but right now they're more concerned with a little baseball success on the diamond, and Texas A&M has an 8-2 lead as we enter the bottom of the fifth.
Old Kyle baseball diamond back before the Olson Field was completed in 1978. Old Kyle baseball diamond, you could hit a home run into the stadium.
You just had to hope spring practice wasn't going on.
That's true.
Else you get a few football players injured. It's Blake Stouffer, Kevin Gonzalez, and Brody Green. 6, 7, and 8. Check that 7, 8, and 9 this inning for Texas A&M. Stouffer has walked twice. You got to look at Wright, who has really settled this game down. A&M put up 8 runs in 2+ innings before Wright came into the ball game. Aggies do not have a run or a hit off the Cougar reliever, their third pitcher of the day.
He is doing the job that Rainer Noble has asked him to do, is keep them right there. Don't let A&M extend this lead.
And Blake Stouffer becomes the 5th straight A&M hitter that Wright has set down. And it is the 3rd one via the strikeout. Kevin Gonzalez got a big double as a part of that 2nd inning in which A&M put up 7 runs. He struck out swinging. He was the first man to face Wright when he K'd swinging back in the 2nd inning. It was Darby Brown, Blake Stouffer, and this man Gonzalez all hitting twice in inning number 2. 12 men came to the plate for the Aggies. And this is in the air. Presley has it. 2 are down.
Wright doing a very good job mixing his pitches. Breaking pitch out on the outer half. The only thing Gonzalez can do is lift it out into center field. Can of corn fly ball, 2 away. And just mentioned that you just want to keep it. Do not let A&M extend the lead and give your hitters that chance to, hey, chip away where we can.
Brody Green to the outfield. Presley coming in. And the inning is over. We have played through 5. And Texas A&M, all the runs in this game came in the first 2 innings. 8 of them by the Aggies, and they lead it. We're going to the 6th. You're watching 12th Man Productions broadcast of the 2008 college.
For the last time, our minutes don't expire. Whose minutes are these?
Mom, it's May. Those minutes are from September.
They still work.
Yeah, but I want to use this month's minutes.
They're rollover minutes. They're exactly the same. You know, there's some people who don't have any leftover minutes at all. You keep that in mind, mister.
Only AT&T's Family Talk with Rollover saves your family's unused minutes. It's the best value around. And now add a line for just $9.99, only from AT&T. Get our exclusive Walkman phone for only $29.99 and get one free.
Houston Astros Coca-Cola Value Nights are back at every Friday night game, excluding the Yankees and Red Sox series. You can score 4 mezzanine tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 Cokes, and 2 Astros caps for only $75 when you present a label from a specially marked 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola products. That's a $70 savings. Take advantage of this offer by visiting the Minute Maid Park box office on Texas Avenue up to 1 week prior to the game. Houston Astros Coca-Cola Value Night. What a deal.
I can't believe the speed of this thing. You have got to think outside the box.
What's all that got to do with the world's tallest building?
I'm mesmerized by this stuff.
Thibault heads out for his second inning of work. He entered the game in the 5th. Allowed a single to his first man, but then got the next 3 Cougar hitters. He replaced Scott Meagle, who started this game for Texas A&M. Meagle went 4 innings, allowed 6 hits and 2 runs. Ryan Lorman will be the first man up for U of H in the top of number 6.
Thibault, this is his 31st appearance of the year. He's made 1 start this season. Has the lowest ERA on the team, 1.79.
Hard hit but foul. Houston trying to get back on track a little bit here. Through the first 2 innings, they had put up 2 runs on 4 hits. Since then, which would be the last 3 innings of play, no runs and 3 base hits.
1 hit per inning. You want to bunch those hits together. Hitting is contagious.
Texas A&M, they are a team that really wanted to get the bats firing again tonight. First 2 games of this regional against Illinois, Chicago, and Houston, the Aggies put up 37 runs on 31 hits in winning both of them. Last night, A&M just 3 runs on 5 hits. They had a 6th inning. That's a base hit and extras it will be for Lorman as he went down the line. A double for Ryan Lorman to start the 6th.
Nice piece of hitting right here by Lorman. Just turning on, I believe, a fastball on the inside part. Got his hips through, pulled it right down the line. Brody Green over to cut it off, but Lorman, good speed. Most second basemen have pretty good speed. A lead-off double and just want to chip away.
You've got Zach Presley in the box. His 2 at-bats were off Meagle. He singled and struck out swinging. Quickly to finish that note about A&M, with only their 3 runs and 5 hits last night, they had a 6th inning that was big for them. 3 runs and 3 hits in that inning. If you take the rest of the night, they did not score and only had a couple of base hits. So they also want their offense back on track tonight.
Great job by Jared Ray, the right-hander, true freshman out of Waco. Did an outstanding job, mixed his pitches well through strikes.
1-1 to Zach Presley. Duran kind of held on to it for a while and maybe too long. Zach Presley safe at first base. Infield single, and 2 runners are aboard.
That's what you want to do when you're down by 6. Just get runners on base any way possible. Fooled on the pitch, but put it in play. Kind of in the hole there at short. Duran was a little shading over towards the bag against the left-handed hitter. Had to come get it. Not able to throw out the speedy Presley.
Double pump cost him. So Lorman a double, Presley an infield single. 2 are aboard with nobody out for the Cougars. They will show bunt. That'll go foul. Tully tried to lay it down.
More a case of a drag bunt there for Tully with pretty good speed. Carter was back off of the line there at third base. Not a bad idea. If they do happen to throw you out, it can be recorded as a sacrifice. But
Tully's 1 for 2 in the game.
Just want to get something on that board. Don't want goose eggs to continue to go up. Really, that bunt, even though it went foul, has done its job, where now third baseman Carter and first baseman Anders playing in. Now it helps you, and the greater probability is punching one through this infield if you do not bunt. He's swinging away. Now both third baseman and first baseman will take a few steps back. Very unlikely to drop a bunt with 2 strikes.
Thibault, a 5-4 record did not factor into the decision last night, although going 3 scoreless innings. Another foul ball. They stay 1-2.
Battle here, breaking pitch, fighting it off. With Thiebaud having thrown last night and then here tonight, if you're Houston, if you're not able to get on base, just try to work that count deep and get that pitch count up on Thiebaud. Just a bit outside. Maybe a little high there for Ditchworth, the home plate umpire.
Olsen Field crowd didn't think it was too high, but
most of those folks have a great angle over here on the first base side.
And a little biased one.
Of course.
2-2, swing and a miss. That is the first strikeout tonight for Kyle Thiebaud.
Well, the infield single by Presley came with the runner in scoring position, but tonight Houston 2, 4, 6, 8. They're 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Wallace had the RBI single in the second. Looking for those clutch hits, and Ramsey steps in now.
Ramsey a single and a line out. Hit the ball hard twice this evening. His last time up, that line drive was caught by Dane Carter at third base diving, and Carter turned it into a double play. That is at Stoford. He will go to second. Only play is there. Fielder's choice for Caleb Ramsey. Moving to third base is Lorman.
Nice defensive play there by Stouffer, setting himself, realizing that Ramsey has good speed from the left side of the plate, but getting the runner out at second base. Now with 2 away, you still have a short play at second for an infielder, and you've kept another runner out of scoring position. Dangerous Chris Wallace.
Cougar catcher is 1 for 2. Back of that Houston lineup really has done some damage against the Aggies on these last 2 nights. 3 for 8. That's what the 7, 8, and 9 hitters are combined. Tully, Ramsey, and Wallace in this game. Oh, look out. Oh, Ryan Lorman running over there at third base. That was a hard hit foul by Wallace. Nearly struck Lorman right in the back.
But that's, as a runner at third base, you are in foul territory, and you remain in foul territory until you cross home plate. It's the best you can, because if that ball strikes you in fair territory, you are out.
Outside, and it's 2-1.
Rob Childress coming out to have a visit with Thiebaud.
Well, Childress, first thing he wants out of his pitchers is strikes. And if you look up and down this Texas A&M staff, you're usually going to see a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. They don't issue a lot of free passes.
Well, if you do issue free passes, you're not out on the mound long. That's usually going to get you the quickest hook. You know, if you're making pitches, sometimes in this collegiate game with the aluminum bats, sometimes you just make a great pitch. Hitter goes down and drives the ball, and you can put up with that. But when you're giving them free passes, when you're working behind the count, you're just playing into that hitter's wheelhouse. So you like to work ahead in the count, and that way you'll make the batter go after your pitches instead of you having to come back into the plate. To the heart.
Wallace back in, Thiebaud ready to go again. A foul ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces wild at Olsen Field.
2 outs.
Ryan Lorman runs at third base, and it's Caleb Ramsey at first. Cougars trying to get back into the ball game. Full count now.
Runner at first will be going on the pitch.
Wallace singled in the second inning, grounded out in the fourth. Here's his at bat in the sixth. Another ground out. Cougars strand a few more. They've had trouble getting the timely hit. Texas A&M leads 8-2. We go to the bottom of number 6. You're watching the 2008 College Station Baseball Regional. 12th Man Productions is bringing it to you on Fox Sports Net.
Start your weekend in the great outdoors with the Academy Outdoors Show this Saturday morning. Host Chad Brower brings you a multitude of exciting outdoor adventures from throughout the region. You won't want to miss a single minute of this award-winning show for the whole family to enjoy, featuring a variety of live-action hunting, fishing, and outdoor adventure trips each week. Right here, Saturday mornings at 8:30 on FSN Southwest.
One of the most devastating humanitarian crises is happening right now. The cyclone that hit Myanmar has left tens of thousands dead and millions at risk. UNICEF has been in Myanmar since 1950 and is already on the ground providing life-saving water and emergency supplies, doing whatever it takes to save lives. Help UNICEF reach every child in Myanmar. Please take a moment and go to unicefusa.org.
The best of the Big 12 Conference is on Big 12 Showcase. Only Big 12 Showcase takes you on location every week for unparalleled coverage of all the athletic programs from across the conference. From the latest news and highlights to exclusive features and interviews, no one is more dedicated to the Big 12 than FSN. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Big 12 Showcase brings you year-round coverage you won't get anywhere else. Big 12 Showcase, Fridays and Saturdays on FSN Southwest.
Nice night for the family at the park. Chris Wright heads back to the mound for the bottom of number 6. Tonight, the Cougars started with Ty Stuckey. He had trouble. They went to Donnie Joseph. Same thing. Joseph struggled. And Chris Wright has since come in and worked officially 3 1/3 innings.
No hits.
And has not allowed a hit or a run. Kyle Colligan is 2 for 3 tonight. His 2 hits are home runs. Big cut here. And they run into each other kind of behind first base, but Lorman will make the catch.
Another A&M batter retired.
And at the moment, that is 8 in a row by Chris Wright. Really the only thing he has allowed all evening during his outing is a 3rd inning walk to Dane Carter. Absolutely nothing else from the Texas A&M offense off Chris Wright.
In fact, with all of that, only 1 ground ball. And coaches that I happen to be brought up around preach ground balls, line drives. Those lazy pop-ups and fly balls aren't going to give you much opportunity.
Dane Carter, the only Aggie to reach base. Off of Wright, steps in. He's hit this one in the air.
Left fielder can't find it, I don't believe.
Jake Stewart overran it. And Carter will be safely at second base. We are in kind of that twilight area of the ball game.
Ball leaves the bat, gets up above the stands. You see his arms out saying, where is it? Help me, somebody. And he's not going to get much help from the folks out in Aggie Alley. But a situation like that, about this time of the evening during the Texas series, a ball that A&M hit to right field, more right center, but a great job by the Texas center fielder that picked the ball up and happened to catch it Looks like the right-hander, number 9, loosening. That is Chase Dempsey.
He took a shot off the leg against Illinois Chicago yesterday and had to leave the game. Could be entering it very soon.
I tell you, though,
right-hander.
That's very tough luck for Chris Wright because he had made the pitch, got the fly ball out to left field, but just as you mentioned, this is a very difficult time where the lights really have not taken as much effect, and the ball going up over the roof here very quickly.
AC, you mentioned we could see Wes Music, who threw on Friday night and started the game for Houston. They actually played it on Friday afternoon, but Music is the left-hander in the bullpen.
You don't want to leave any bullets in the gun. You want to, not that Wright has done anything bad thus far, but.
Big lead by Dane Carter, and they went for him.
But no, if you're either coach at this situation, you're not going to let anything else happen. Do everything you can to keep this margin as it is.
Jose Duran, 67 RBIs this year. Tonight, 1 for 3, a single in the second inning was his hit. That's back up the middle, off the body of Wright. Duran will run at first base, and moving to third is Carter.
Base hit. Just going back up the middle. Carried over the shortstop Kelso, but Duran pretty quick, and I think that will do it. We'll see which is the right-hander or the left-hander. Going with the left-hander, Music.
Wes Music, he opened this tournament for Houston on Friday against Dallas Baptist. He will enter in the 6th here on Monday night. Texas A&M leads it 8-2. You're watching 12th Man Productions broadcast of the 2008 College Station Baseball Regional on Fox Sports Net.
This spring on Fox College Sports, catch over 90 NCAA baseball games and exclusive live coverage of Big 12 baseball. Plus spring football from the SEC, the Pac-10, and the Big 12. And all the day's highlights on FCS Final Score. To get FCS, call 877-2GET-FCS or log on to foxcollegesports.com.
Start your weekend in the great outdoors with the Academy Outdoors Show this Saturday morning. Host Chad Brower brings you a multitude of exciting outdoor adventures from throughout the region. You won't want to miss a single minute of this award-winning show for the whole family to enjoy, featuring a variety of live-action hunting, fishing, and outdoor adventure trips each week. Right here, Saturday mornings at 8:30 on FSN Southwest.
Texas A&M leads 8-2 in the bottom of the 6th. The Cougars a moment ago lifted Chris Wright, who did a terrific job, has run into trouble recently after a double in which his left fielder, Jake Stewart, lost the ball in the sky. Then moments ago, Wright allowed a single off his leg from the bat of Jose Duran. And now he's lifted, and AC, our new pitcher for the Cougars, is Wes Music.
Wes, the ace of this Cougar staff, as mentioned, started game 1. This is only his 3rd relief appearance. This is the 18th appearance. He has 15 starts, an 8-4 record, 4.28 ERA, 96 2/3 innings worked, 87 strikeouts, 41 base on balls. Wes Music, as you mentioned, sophomore from Lufkin, Texas, on the hill for the Cougars.
So Wright is still responsible for Dane Carter, who runs at second, and Jose Duran, who is at first base. Get a look at Dane Carter. He is who hit the double that left fielder Jake Stewart couldn't find. Luke Anders represents the first hitter that Music faces. Anders a terrific tournament, but hitless tonight. He has reached base twice, once off an error, one time he was hit by a pitch.
Right here, left on left again. Good strong fastball, but up high.
Ruggiano is next, then Darby Brown. A&M trying to open this game up a little bit. That is in the air. Calling for it is Lorman, and there is one out.
Big out right there with runner at third, less than 2 outs. You want to get the strikeout or the pop-up. He gets the pop-up. If you can't get the ground ball double play to get out of the inning, get that pop-up now. There's 2 outs. Got a short play at second base. Any ground ball will make the throw to first, and you're out of the inning.
Music looks in at Ruggiano now. The Aggie right fielder is 0 for 2 and does have a walk and has scored a run.
Talking to a few scouts run across this spring, they really like this left-hander. He's a redshirt sophomore, so he is eligible for the Major League draft this summer. And there's a move to first.
Jose Duran is off and running, and now from third base comes Dane Carter. 9-2 Texas A&M. Matt Deggs, third base coach for the Aggies. He is known for putting on some plays. He had one there, and it worked to perfection.
Have time called here. But on that play at first base, Duran, good speed breaking to second base. Music going ahead and making the throw over to first. And first baseman Cesario, as soon as he threw the ball to shortstop Kelso covering second base, the runner at third, Dane Carter, who has good speed, headed to the plate, slid safely in. Both runners safe. A double steal worked to perfection.
Still a runner in scoring position for Brian Ruggiano, just not 90 feet away now. Aggies a run in the first, 7 in the second, and now 1 across in the bottom of the 6th inning. Time was called. Watch out.
Yeah, you notice most umpires when they grant time, they're bailing out of there. Do not want to have something unfortunate happen there. Matt Deggs, offensive coordinator, number 15, coaching in third base coaching box.
2-0 to Ruggiano, a hard cut, waved right through it.
Both Matt Deggs and Rob Childress showed a lot of Aggie ingenuity marrying Aggies, both of their wives, Texas A&M graduates.
I'm sure part of the influence to get them to come to College Station.
Oh, I don't think that hurt their feelings at all. You know, we mentioned a great family atmosphere, and they've got a couple of families themselves, young children. Excellent dancer there, Miss Hannah Childress, and then Max is extremely energetic. He and Jace can keep that clubhouse very loose. But no, that's, the game of baseball, especially college baseball, you get close to them, you see these guys, autographs after the ball game, and you like to be good role models.
Runner is off and going again. Doesn't matter, because Ruggiano has just put one out of the park. 4th home run of the game for Texas A&M. for Brian Ruggiano. It is his 9th of the year, and it is 11-2.
Ruggiano crossing home plate. Looked like he was just waiting on a fastball.
If you get a chance, check out the left fielder, Jake Stewart. Never moved.
Never moved. Over the video board there. I said a fastball. Looked like a little break on it. And Ruggiano just, it was belt high, and he just teed off on it. Good pop in that young man's bat.
Well, for a while, all of our runs in this game by either team were sandwiched right or crammed into that first 2 innings of play. Brown has hit one deep, but Presley will have a beat on this. He'll make the catch. But the Aggies have now opened things up again in the 6th. They get 3 runs across. We're going to the 7th. It is 11-2 Texas A&M. And you're watching 12th Man Productions broadcast of the 2008 College Station Regional on FSN.
Commitment creates champions. Dedication, perseverance, and teamwork are hallmarks of those who achieve. The NCAA is proud to say thank you to our corporate champions and partners who recognize the important role of athletics and education. By supporting them, you help us create America's champions for tomorrow.
Now, all chicken sandwiches are not created equal. Oh, there's plenty of good ones around, don't get me wrong. But when you add honey mustard sauce, cheese, and bacon to a What a Chicken, you get the new honey mustard What a Chicken sandwich. Now, if that don't put the zip in your doodah, I don't know what will.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Life in the Crash Lane premieres next month exclusively on Speed.
Seventh inning of play now. Blake Kelso leads off the top of the 7th. The Aggies just put up 3 runs in the bottom of number 6 with help from their 4th home run of the game, the latest one off the bat of Justin Ruggiano, the right fielder. Kelso tonight, 1 for 3, an infield single his last time up. He represents the beginning of the 2nd time the Cougars go through the lineup against Kyle Thibault. They've all seen him once now. It's the 3rd inning of work for Thibault. Kyle Colligan in center field, and there's one down.
Right here, breaking pitch, outer half, and he just popped it up. Colligan deposits the fly ball and 1 away here in the top of the 7th.
Jake Stewart, last night's hero, hitless in this game, a couple of ground outs and a walk.
Last night, I believe he was hitless before that 9th inning, but did a great job staying. Travis Starling, the relief pitcher for Texas A&M, has a knuckle curve that you just have to stay with. And one of the things as a batter, if you'll just try to make some contact, and that's all Stewart did, put it in the right place, right back up the middle. RBI single that second baseman and shortstop tried to get to, but neither one could.
You're right, he was 0 for 4 going into that at bat. 0-2 count to him, but that one missed. 1-2. Well, Texas A&M trying to hang on here in the late innings, and they're trying to get to the Super Regional against the Rice Owls. Stewart has hit one over the infield, actually shallow right center, and the Aggies let it drop. Stewart going to go to second base. Now we saw Stewart himself unable to get a fly ball in the last inning because of looking into the sky, unable to catch it. He lost it. Well, the Aggies, Blake Stouffer there, just couldn't grab this one.
Pop up like that as an infielder, you're going back, you're calling, looks like it'll be E4. Your responsibility until the outfielder calls you off. And with the wind blowing out, that ball just kept drifting on Stouffer. He may have been thinking, I know Colligan or Ruggiano will be here, but you've got to stay with it the entire way, and goes into books as E4, and Stewart now is at second base.
The Aggies, if they get to the Super Regionals, will be in the exact same situation they were last year. 2 out of 3 series in Houston against Rice for the right to go to Omaha. Last year, the Owls took the first 2 games, both very close ball games. The Aggies were leading the first one in the 9th, but Rice tied it in their last at bat and then won it in extras. And in the second game, it wasn't without controversy. Some calls did not go the Aggies' way, and Rice took that one as well, and it